Today on the Gold Coast of Queensland, Australia, we're exploring the benefits of having an altruistic passion project. We'll pause for a memory about an overnight train in Italy and finish with a tiny action to spark your own purpose-driven project.
Willpower, grit, determination, AI.
Mm.
I know one of the reasons I really wanted to talk with you is because of you learning AI and your knowledge of AI. Because we're coming into a world where the stated purpose of AI is to replace people as workers.
That's right.
People are going to lose their jobs. How much? We don't know.
No.
But people are going to lose their jobs. They're going to lose identity. They're going to lose purpose. They're going to feel disjointed. They're going to not know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think people could perhaps access willpower, grit, determination to move past and healthily into a world where there is perhaps no employment?
Well, to me, it's you've got to walk outside,
Mm-hmm.
breathe the fresh air,
Mm-hmm.
and look around you
Mm-hmm.
and say, what can I do for this earth that I live in?
Mm-hmm.
Because they've been given another choice.
Yeah.
Because the medial tasks
Yeah.
have been taken away.
Yeah.
I see, and you will see when we go out kayaking, I'm not saying this is for everybody to go kayaking, but it's more about what can I do for the planet?
Back in mid-December, while filming the end of a 20-month project in Uganda, my foster father discovered the Rubbish Rebellion YouTube channel. He sent a message hoping to catch up and learn more about Rubbish Rebellion's work. On the long flight back to Australia from Istanbul, he had felt a familiar, creeping listlessness. This always happens to him at the end of a big project. He knew he had to find another commitment to pour his energies into, otherwise that lost feeling would threaten to become permanent. He hoped that this discussion on Australia's Gold Coast would help him find his next mission.
We're here next to the water, which is what you do.
Yes.
They are speaking in front of the very waterways where the litter is collected and the Rubbish Rebellion is filmed.
Could you please tell me who you are and what you do?
Okay, my name is Chez Rafter and I'm retired. Since I've retired, I've become an author of children's books, mainly the Rubbish Rebellion series.
As he listened to Chez talk, my foster father couldn't stop thinking about how much he also needed to create a meaningful project like this. Her work was inspiring him, even though he didn't yet know exactly what his new project would look like.
Which actually teaches and educates young children about the damage in a fun way, because children need something fun to learn, but in a fun way about the damage that, rubbish and litter in our environment and ecosystem, what it does to animals and the marine life and just the world itself.
Initially, my foster father came here to explore how personal struggles result in post-traumatic growth. But through their conversation, he increasingly realised that enduring strength was anchored in this project. It reinforced just how vital it was for him to find another project to help maintain his own focus and strength. Directing our attention away from egocentric rumination towards outcomes greater than ourselves is a powerful wellness tool.
Yeah, it's given me purpose, so that's what I do. I actually go out on my kayak and I litter pick and I get the rubbish out of the water, and it's a way of me giving back to the community. And being out on the water is an extension. My kayak becomes an extension of me, of myself, because I'm so limited on land. I can't walk very well. I can't walk very far. But once I'm out there, I'm free.
Do you want to tell me about that?
What's
About
this?
the background to...
I have polio.
Mm-hmm.
I actually contracted polio when I was 2. But it's never stopped me in my lifetime. And I think it's always been, you know, I can do this, I can do this. And it just makes you strong. It's not that you want somebody to have something wrong to become a strong person, but it'll either take you the other way, or you can learn from it and become a stronger person. And I've always been that way. And I think that inner strength has been my motivation too.
That's something I want to drill into, because I just recently went to Uganda and quite a few other places around the world, chasing up the answer to what I call the riddle of steel.
The what, sorry?
The riddle of steel.
Right.
What it is that makes some people, you know the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. And he
Yes.
said, that which does not kill us makes us stronger.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to only apply to some people though.
Yes.
And that's one of the reasons I really wanted to talk with you, because you've got it on your website. Let me see what you've got. Adversity has been my constant companion, yet it has been my greatest teacher.
That's right. Yes.
So what I ask people like yourself who have been through serious adversity and come out the other end stronger is, what do you think it is about you that allowed you to do that?
Well, I didn't want it to define me. Whereas some people, you know, a scar on their arm will actually define them. You know, that they can't, that's all that they can focus on. I just wanted to focus on getting well.
Time for a short intermission. A personal story about my mother Liz, from August in 1993. She and her childhood friend David were on an overnight train travelling south through Italy towards the port city of Brindisi. Following the bus robbery they had experienced in Rome, their paranoia was at an all-time high. They were sharing a cramped 6-person cabin with a mix of strangers, an Italian local, a German couple who had already been robbed twice that very day, and a young British backpacker named Junior. The Italian passenger used hand signals to warn everyone to stay awake and guard their bags. Despite these dire warnings, the rhythmic, heavy rocking of the train eventually knocked everyone out by 1 a.m, including Liz and Junior. David was left as the sole sentry, his foot up against the door handle to resist unwanted visitors. It was a tense, exhausting night, with shadowy figures periodically peering into the cabin from the dim corridor. David noticed one particular man pacing outside their door, fondling small bags of cocaine. David quickly realised the dealer wasn't just looking for an opportunistic theft. He was intensely focused on the sleeping Junior. The dealer had his eyes all over the young British man, clearly profiling him and targeting him as a potential customer based entirely on Junior's black skin. Junior was just an exhausted traveller trying to catch some rest, but the grimier elements of the world had already projected a toxic stereotype onto him. David sat quietly in the dark, guarding not just the luggage, but standing watch over his sleeping cabin mate. It was a stark observation of racial profiling and the unseen burdens people carry. A quiet realization for David as he began recognizing the unfair assumptions placed on others and the value of intervening when you can. Liz and David would be even more powerfully confronted by this when they arrived in Johannesburg 11 weeks later. Apartheid was battling to keep its foul claws embedded in South Africa. But we've got a lot of stories to tell before that one. I'm starting to think that with publishing one Plog vlog episode a week, it'll take about a decade to tell my mother's story properly.
I think people forget that we're all here on a journey and we've all got different pathways.
Let's look at the science behind the wellness aspects of having a passion project like the Rubbish Rebellion. Research suggests that engaging in purposeful, non-egocentric activities is consistent with higher psychological well-being. When we direct our attention outward to help a community or an environment, we interrupt the loop of internal rumination that is one of the negative aspects of the egocentrism that is growing in many societies.
And I'm still learning. I'm still on this journey. It's not like it's just stopped.
Maybe
It,
that's a thing.
yeah.
Maybe the fact that you acknowledge and you're open to still learning. There's a
Always.
thing, the psychological construct, which is really well established, called openness to experience.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are low in it. They like things to stay the same.
Yes.
Some people are very high in it. They seek out new experience, they seek out new learning, they seek out new ways of doing things.
Mm. Well, that's why I've gotten, that's very bad English, yes. That's why I'm using the computer more.
Mm.
I'm doing the social media things, but I'm learning how to do animation and things like that, because children today are growing up in a different world. And a lot of parents aren't sitting down and reading a book, or the children aren't flicking through books. Everything's on iPhones and all of that. And I thought, well, if I can bring out my books in a different way of like creating my Otto the Otter, reading
Which is
his
an
own book.
animated
Yes,
series.
it's an
yeah.
animated version of himself.
Yeah,
But I've animated the book as well.
yeah.
So when he's reading the book to his co-side, I've created this other character who is reading it to Bunty the bear. And so he's looking at the book, but the book is moving, the character himself. And he will be reading the other books in the series as well. Because it's just the way I want to bring that journey of my storytelling in a different way.
In a changing world where artificial intelligence threatens to automate our jobs and replace us as workers, finding a passion project is more important than ever. It helps maintain our agency and reduces toxic rumination. Let's look at how to start. Here is the tool. Deliberately choose a task that serves something larger than your own immediate needs and think about how this could be expanded into a larger project. It doesn't need to be as grand as the Rubbish Rebellion. How about trying a 10-minute micro project for your community today? Wipe down a public park bench, weed a shared garden bed, or simply tidy up a corner of your street.
You mentioned the words grit and determination.
That's me. Yeah, that's that inner.
Now, there's this theory of grit by Angela Duckworth. She's worth looking up if you haven't seen it. She's done some research into what it is that makes people successful. And it's not talent. It's grit. It's the ability to keep going when things get
It's determination.
hard. It is
Yeah.
determination, because
Yeah.
talent alone is not going to get you there if you're not willing to put in the effort.
Effort. That's right.
So you've got use the two words, the two ones that she used, grit and determination. I noticed those when we were looking
Yeah.
at that.
And I think the grit is the hard
Yeah.
inner.
Yeah.
It's like a grinding
Yes.
inside,
Yeah.
and it doesn't go away. It's like, okay, I can't do that today, but I'm going to have a go at it again tomorrow.
Someone might stumble across this and they don't feel they have grit.
I think everybody's got grit.
Then how do we bring that out? What do you think?
Oh, it comes from the mind. And you have to really want to do it. If you, I don't know, a lot of people are scared.
Yeah.
Some people, they need that motivation. And it's not until you try,
Yeah.
and the trying gives you that motivation.
Do you want to go and pick up some rubbish?
Let's go.
On screen now is the next episode on the left, another of my own little projects that has been created to promote wellness. And you'll also see the Plog vlog compilations on the right. And please, pick up 5.